Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Adrielle, and I am currently narrating a story of my life dating back from January 2016. In the previous episode, I basically finished the entire 2019 um, episodes, and in this particular episode, I want to share a story time. This particular story time this particular story started all the way back in 2016, and I'm gonna take you back there. So here it goes. It is the spring of 2016. Spring of 2016. I want to say April. Yeah, I want to say it was April 2016. Back then, me and Crystal, we were tight as anything. That was my homegirl. Like we were super tight. So I remember there was one day, spring 2016. We're on the phone, we're talking, and we're just talking about whatever. In the middle of our conversation, Crystal says to me, "Hey, my friend such and such." She mentions the name. She mentions the name of the friend. She says, "Hey, my friend um, mentioned this dating app." And she was just talking about the dating app, and she's like, "Yeah, I think you should join the dating app." I'm like, "What? Me? Dating app?" Now here's the thing about me, y'all. Let me just give you my perception of dating apps back in 2016. So I was someone who I just I never kind of really believed in computer love. This whole idea of finding love on the internet, I never wanted that for myself, and I just didn't believe in it. I believe that what I did believe, I believe that people who found love on the internet, or people who were looking for love on the internet, they did that because they couldn't get someone in real life. Now, here's the thing, I don't have that perspective anymore. I did back then. I was, turning 23 at that time, very immature, didn't know a whole lot. Um, so yeah, that was my perspective back then, that people who go on the internet for love is because they can't get someone in real life. And they're sort of a loser too. Like, it was giving loser vibes. Like I said, y'all, I don't have this perspective anymore. So I just never wanted to feel like I can't get somebody in real life. So I have to resort to the internet. And also too, I was someone who would watch the TV show Catfish a lot. And I would see like the stories there, and I'm like, "Oh, this will never be me. I will never be catfish. I will never go on the internet looking for love. Like, no, I'd rather meet someone in real life because I know I can get somebody, right?" So that was my perspective when it came to online relationships or online dating in general. So we're having this conversation, me and Crystal. She is trying to persuade me to join this app. For the sake of the story, we're gonna call this app Cookies and Cream. Just by the title, you may know this actual app. But for the sake of the story, we're gonna call it Cookies and Cream. She was telling me that please join the app. Like, she was begging me on the phone. Please, 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 please join the app. And I kept on telling her no. Like, I don't want to join the app. I don't want to look for love on the internet. Like, ugh. She just kept on going and going and going about this app. Like, please, please join the app. She wouldn't let it go. So this is what she says to me. She says, "Okay, let's make a deal. Sign up for the app. And if after 1 week you don't like the app, you can deactivate it. You can deactivate, delete, and that's it." And I said, "You know what? I will do it," because that was the only way I was going to let her to leave me alone about the app. So I decided I would do it. But I said, "But just 1 week though. Just 1 week." Okay. And in my head, I knew I wasn't going to last more than 1 week because I didn't care for dating apps. So we went on talking about other stuff, and then we ended the conversation. Probably, can't remember. I don't know if it was that day or the next day. I created a profile on Cookies and Cream. So here's the thing with cookies and cream. When you create a profile, you're allowed to post, I think, up to 9 pictures on your profile, and you put your name, your date of birth, or so, yeah, date of birth, age, college, hobbies, your location, your email, and all that stuff. But here's the thing: once your profile is set up, information about your number, information about your email, certain information like that, it's private. So what would happen is you would have your profile, and somebody will like your page. Once they like your page, me as a person, I believe y'all, it's been a while. It's been 8 years since I was on that app. Um, actually 7 years. I believe you had up to 7 days or 3 days. I can't remember. You had either 3 to 7 days to like the person back. Once you like the person back, you and that person can chat on this messenger that's on the app, and they get to see your personal information like your date of birth, your email address, and your phone number. So yeah, you have 3 to 7 days once for you to like the person back. If you don't like the person back within that time frame, they expire. Like their page expires on your page and they vanish. So the hopes of you seeing them again on your page is if they like your page again or whatever. So that was how it was, y'all. It's been a while since I was on that app, so bear with me. So I created the app. Created the app. I put like probably like 5 pictures, put a little profile of myself or whatever. My page was set up. It was set up. I was getting likes. I was not liking them back because, like I said, I didn't care for dating apps. I didn't like them back. And that was just how it was. So it was one week, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I don't want this app. I don't want to get love on the internet. But here's the thing: even though I wasn't interested in the app after one week, I never deactivated my account, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why was I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It felt good to get some type of attention. It felt good. So I didn't I didn't deactivate the app. I left the app on my phone. So yeah, even though I had no intentions of liking anybody back, so I just left it on my phone. Fast forward to like September, I'm like, you know what? Let me actually take this app off my phone because I'm like, I'm not using it. I'm not talking to anyone. Now, here's the thing: I deleted the app, did not deactivate it. So I deleted the app. Fast forward to December, ending of December of 2016. Ending of December of 2016, I re uploaded the app on my phone. And yeah, I did that. Still had all my pictures, still had my profile. And there was one particular guy who liked my profile. And I was like, who is this? Like, who is this? So I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my goodness, he is so attractive. I should like him back. But I remember feeling funny about this particular page. And the thing was, I felt like the guy was too attractive to be on the internet looking for love. I did find that it was weird that he only had 2 pictures out of 9 pictures on his profile. I was like, yo, this might be a catfish. Now, his information, he was 23. I was 23 at the time, too. He lived in New Jersey, some other part of New Jersey. He went to Rutgers. I went to Rutgers. I think his occupation was like management. You know, I was into like the finance and economics business stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But I'm like, yo, I feel like this could be a catfish. It's not sitting well with me. And at the same time, too, y'all, this was a time where I was really trying to get my grad school applications together. Also trying to secure a job because I had just left my previous job. So my main focus was grad school and work. I told myself if I was to ever connect with this guy, me and him would have to talk, and then we would have had to possibly get in a relationship. I'm like, yo, what if I actually leave New Jersey? I'm not getting into no long distance relationship. So I remember just telling myself, yeah, there's really no point in me liking him back. Like, there's no point. I'm focused on grad school, looking for a job, and honestly, I believe this guy's a catfish. So I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna wait till like the deadline to pass on him or to not like his page or whatever. I think second day came by. I was like, you know what? Let me just pass on him today because I know if I keep seeing his page, I may be tempted to actually like him back. So I passed on him. I passed, but I don't know what it was about him. Y'all, I couldn't stop thinking about him. I couldn't stop thinking about, yo, I may have missed out on an opportunity to actually connect with this guy. It got so weird to the point where I was actually looking for him. I did a Google image search. I went through I went through Rutgers graduation commencement stuff to see maybe his name may pop up. Like, yo, I was going crazy looking for this guy that I really did not know. At this time, my friend, her name is Victoria. She's gonna pop up later on in the story. My friend Victoria, I told her about the situation and we were just, talking about it. She didn't make me feel crazy about it, but we definitely had conversations about it. And I was just going, I don't know, y'all. I was just going hard looking for this guy. Fast forward to March, I said, you know what? This is crazy. This is psychotic. I'm looking for someone that I don't know. I need to stop. And not only that, I was lusting after this guy too. So I'm like, yo, this is just all the way bad. I remember telling Crystal about it, and Crystal felt really bad. She was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I even introduced you to the app. I'm so sorry that you started lusting after him. I'm like, I apologize. I'm like, yo, it's not your fault. I played a role into this. Um, so yeah. Fast forward to March 2019, y'all. Tell me why. 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 I'm in my apartment. It's the first week of March of 2019, right before Lent. And I'm in my apartment, scrolling through Instagram. At this time, I was following Shade Room. And it was a Thursday. Shade Room had this thing called Thirsty Thursdays. I don't know if they still have it, but they had that back then. Tell me why I'm scrolling through my Instagram and I come across a Thirsty Thursday post of the Shade Room from the Shade Room, and I see this guy's picture on it. And I'm like, yo, this is the guy I was looking for back in 2017. So immediately I looked at the post and I swiped to his profile of the post. Got to his profile, and the profile is according to what the Shade Room posted of him. I saw his name. The app Cookies and Cream, they don't show you the person's name until you connect with them. So I saw his name for the shade on the Shade Room post. I'm like, okay, that's his name. Cool. I saw his age. He was 29. On Cookies and Cream, he was 23. Me and him were the same age. So he should have been 25 or 26 at that point. I saw his city. His city was Miami, Florida. On Cookies and Cream, he was from Denellen, New Jersey. On his Shade Room post, his occupation was personal trainer. On Cookies and Cream, it was management. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, what? Yeah, I knew it. I knew I was being catfished. Yo, I just knew it. I just knew it in my bone marrow that whoever liked my page on Cookies and Cream was a catfish. And I was so thankful. So thankful that I didn't like that guy's page. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, who was I talking to? Was I talking to a 50-year-old creepy man disguising himself as a 23-year-old that lived in New Jersey? Like, I was just like, what? I remember reaching out to Victoria and said, "Yo, this is the guy I was looking for. He's on the shade room." Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's that story time. It was very interesting. I'm really thankful though. I will say this. I'm really thankful that at that time I was so focused on grad school, work, and I had some type of idea that I might be catfish. I thank God that that was my situation at the time and I wasn't desperate. Because sometimes as women, you can crave love so much that you're willing to talk to or date just anybody without discerning, is this person really who they say they are? you know um so I'm glad that that was the case for me, that I was discerning that this could be a catfish, and at the same time I was focused. And there's a saying that says an idle man is a devil's workshop. I wasn't idle at the time. I had things on my plate, and I'm really thankful to God, because I'm thinking in my mind, what if this guy was a rapist? What if he was a pedophile? I mean, even though I wasn't underage, but what if he was a serial killer? Like, I could have talked to anyone. I didn't know. And this is why I don't like online dating. That's why I don't like it. But I just really do thank God that my focus was on me and just being productive in what I wanted in my life. And I hope this is a message for women and even guys too, for us to not be so desperate for love to the point where we're not discerning the person's character, discerning the person in general, and us seeing red flags and we're just dismissing it because we're so desperate for love. We're so desperate to have companionship. Yeah, I just feel like we should just be wise in our decisions and everything that we do. Just be discerning, and yeah. So yeah, that was the story time. Yeah, I want y'all to remember because it comes back years later, and I didn't even think that was the case, but it comes back years later in an unlikely story. And yeah, so next episode I'm gonna talk about the recap for 2019. If you like this episode, like it, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time. Bye.